This is exactly right.
When a charming neurosurgeon rode into Frontier Town selling a persona of confidence and care, patients trusted him.
He wore cowboy boots in the operating room and became sought after by patients.
He promised to heal them. Instead, he left a trail of broken bodies.
This is a story of greed, betrayal, and a fight for justice.
Listen to Dr. Death, the Cowboy, wherever you get your podcasts, or binge the entire series right now, only with Audible. Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.
Summer is for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
Their trained techs help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
Best part? You can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye.
What are you looking at him like that for?
I'm just... Stephen is looking at his knobs. Very concerned.
Intently and concerned.
Almost like a DJ.
He did look like Steve Aoki, kind of.
He looked like a Las Vegas DJ.
Totally.
Being like, what about the treble?
That's me.
What about the bass? Have you done any DJing, Stephen, in Las Vegas?
Can't say I have, but it's the dream, you know?
Is that where you're aiming? Is that the goal?
To be on one of those billboards
Yes.
for Hakkasan or whatever.
Yes. Oh.
DJ Steve, what's the better DJ name for Stephen?
DJ Mustache.
DJ Stash.
Oh, shit.
DJ Stash.
Coming this fall.
Yeah. What if it's Elvis and Steven? Elvis is the
Don't try
headliner.
to shove Elvis into this. This is Steven's project for Las Vegas.
Sorry, Steven.
Elvis gets up and moves, like scratches the record himself.
Yeah.
Oh.
Elvis, anything to say about that?
He came up to the mic and then
He
just...
did. On the mic, he's about to fucking... Elvis is the MC.
With a lot of intent.
Steven is the DJ. Elvis is the MC.
Right.
Speaking of Elvis and Steven, we have a corrections corner because last week, glaringly missing from the episode was both Steven and Elvis, because Steven thinks he can take a fucking vacation and fucking walk away from this thing.
I'm so
That we were
sorry.
going to give you shit about it.
Steven, the unpaid intern
Right.
that does the most work of anyone on this podcast.
He thinks he can go visit his mother.
He can visit family, that he can stay behind in Portland.
Nope.
Do whatever he wants in Portland.
Don't worry. He begged us to come back.
And we were like, we'll talk it through.
Yeah.
So this is his trial episode.
Yeah. And Elvis like revolted because he was like, well, that means we recorded at the Feral Audio Studios. And like when I got there, I was like, wait a minute, Elvis isn't here. So he wasn't on either, but don't worry, he's fine.
A lot of concern, a lot of social media concern for Elvis. He's very healthy. He's here in front of us, flicking his tail around as we speak.
Yeah. And they were like, are Georgia and Karen okay? Because they're not yelling at Steve in this episode.
Yeah. They're like, this is all very uncomfortable.
No, but everyone's fine.
No, somebody was like, does your mom yell at you like Karen?
Do you miss it?
Yeah, of course.
Did you miss getting reprimanded for shit that you had nothing to do with?
For shit that is clearly our fault.
I did do a My Favorite Murder related activity. I sent you guys pictures. I went to Klein Falls, which was the subject of one of the live stories.
Yes.
Which was like, it was eerie because I'd never done anything like that, like visited the site of something. But my mom is like, oh, it's just up the road from where I live. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll take pictures because people might want to see this, but...
It changes the view when you know that someone got fucking bludgeoned by a hatchet there.
So crazy.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, Stephen.
Thank you.
were
Yeah,
missed.
we're glad you're back.
Yeah.
We're glad you're back.
So real quick, I want to do merch corner.
Okay.
We have a new design. It's a really cute, kind of a cursive awesome thing. It says Sweet Baby Angel or Sweet Baby Angle. And you can pick which one you want because, of course, I always say Sweet Baby Angel, but then one hometown murder misspelled angel for angle and then it's fucking gone from there. So go to myfavouriteMurderShirts.com. It was designed by our friend Kirsten Van Como, who's from the Printful where we print all our shit. She's fucking awesome. And yeah, pick Sweet Baby Angel or Sweet Baby Angle. And we have like fucking onesies now and phone cases and all this crazy shit. It's
Tote bags,
mugs.
And what I like about this Sweet Baby Angel or Angle shirts is that there's so many color choices.
Yeah.
Like surprising amount of color choices.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
It's a fucking cute shirt. And I think it's like if you wear it and people don't know what it is, they won't know. But if they know, they know.
Yes, that's right. It's a less overt murderino shirt.
Definitely.
It's very cute.
It is very cute.
I do have a thing that it's a new corner, but it's almost like an announcement corner, but it just feels like I've heard from enough people online. You and I have talked about it enough. So this feels like a thing that just needs to be said, which is more like this. We love touring. We love doing live shows. We have the best time. It is such an amazing thing to come out to a wall of energy and people's positivity. It's the best. 99% of the people that go to our shows and participate in our shows are lovely, joyous people who are having a great time. We heard from a bunch of people from Portland who didn't have the best time at a couple of those shows because there were people around them that were yelling so much at us the entire show. And there has been a thought that has been floated in the community that we like it when people yell at us from
seriously?
the audience during the show, because then it's a chance for me to yell at people or for us to make jokes about it. And just for corrections, just no hard feelings. We've always had a great time. We will continue to have a great time. But just so you know, we don't like it when you yell at us at all during the show. And it's gotten to a point now where we just have to completely ignore people. There was a show in Portland that was crazy. There were people in the audience that were yelling at us literally the entire time. And there were people around them bumming out.
I know.
So we understand.
What do we do? We can't, if we say something to them, then they'll keep doing it. But
we don't say anything.
We don't say anything.
What we do is this. We let people know that we love your energy, that we love that you want to participate, but please don't tell yourself we want you to yell at us, because that is not true at all. It's never been true. And for me, being a stand-up comic for 20 years, when you get a heckler in an audience, you shut the heckler down because that's how you perform a show of comedy. That's how you keep in control of the crowd. But you don't want to be heckled. So just because comedy comes out of it doesn't mean that's a positive experience for anybody.
Yeah.
And it certainly ruins the time of the people around you. Like, there was a couple people during one of those shows, and it was just constant commentary the whole time, and it's not pleasant, and we now just ignore it.
As someone who's kind of new at this whole onstage thing, it's really distracting to keep being distracted by this when I'm trying to concentrate on being a good performer and telling my story well and not being nervous and, sitting up straight, not accidentally flashing my underwear and,
Well, and we really have worked. It's not like anyone can say this is any kind of we're not doing crowd work. Especially by the time we sit down and we're reading our stories, we have a presentation that we want to give to everybody and that everybody wants to hear.
Yeah.
99.5% of the people in the room want to hear what we're saying. So if you're the person that got drunk and couldn't stop yelling, or you thought it would be funny to yell or talk to us, just know no, no one's mad at you. Everything's fine. But yeah, we absolutely don't want that to be happening. No. So just as clarity, it seems like there was people in the audience in Portland who were upset because they paid good money and they waited just as long, and they're just as big of a fan as anybody going crazy who can't control themselves and yell the whole time. Well, there's people around you who are just as big of a fan, and yet they're controlling themselves. We understand where it's coming from. Yeah. And believe me, when I saw the Kids in the Hall live at the UCLA theater, I wanted to scream Chicken Lady the entire time. I wanted them to know what I liked. Yeah. I wanted them to know what was in my mind and heart. I wanted them to understand how loyal you were. Yeah. Because it's a big deal to me. It meant a lot to me. So honestly, the fact that there are people having those feelings toward us, it's my dream come true. Yeah. We take it the way you mean it, but we would love to not have to deal with it.
You being there is enough. Can I do new podcasts that I like, Corner?
Please.
But I'm worried. Okay. So I found this podcast because we're going to Milwaukee and I was doing a lot of research into Milwaukee murders. So stop me if you're working on this.
Oh, I'm not.
You haven't pictures yet.
I'm going to stop you by telling you I'm not working on anything. So go for it.
Great. So I found this one because it was such an interesting story. And I'm like, how have I never heard about this before? And then as I do with every story that I want to read, I put in the name and podcast because I don't want like Sword and Scale to have done it a week ago and I seem like a fucking asshole.
Right.
So I did this one and I found this podcast called Unsolved, and it's about this kidnapping and murder of this kid named John Zira, back in 1976. And they never found the guy, but they maybe found there's all these suspects. And of course, it's just like the Johnny Gosch story where it's like, look how bad this was bungled because we didn't know how to find people. And there's 2 different districts and they interviewed people and didn't follow through. And then this guy later turns out to be this child molester. And is it him? Isn't it him? Is it not him? But it's a good podcast, and every episode is really short, and it's by another awesome female investigative journalist, which I'm really stoked that there's so many of those lately.
There's so many now.
So many. Yeah. And, so it gives it a little bit of, so it's a good one. So Unsolved. Yeah. And then you were telling me about one that I started listening to called
Hollywood and Crime.
Yeah. What's that one?
Okay. So Hollywood and Crime is about, and I did a thing finally. I pre-thought it out and downloaded all the episodes before I got on the plane. So
I don't do that.
It makes me crazy. You get on the plane, you're like, fine, I'll listen to the thing now. You haven't downloaded it. You can't listen to it.
And then while we're taking off, I'm like, take it off airplane mode and try to download every episode, and then I crash the plane.
And then, or try to buy GoGo In-Flight, which is just a bunch of bullshit.
Total bullshit.
I hate GoGo In-Flight so much.
Any like airplane Wi-Fi is such a scam.
They're taking $27 directly out of your bank account, and they're like, okay, good luck with that Wi-Fi 30,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
That being said, see, as we grow and change, I pre-downloaded 8 episodes of Hollywood and Crime.
Amazing.
And I was so proud, filled with pride. And what it is the Black Dahlia murder, which happened in 1944?
6.
9.
Something.
7. It happened in the 40s.
Great. There.
It definitely happened in the 40s.
Edit that.
Stephen will jump on it. But the interesting thing is there were other female murder mutilations around Los Angeles at the same time that people don't talk about. And so it strings together all of these different cases, and it's unbelievable.
And how they're related. I only listened to like 10 minutes of the first episode, and already it was like, they both worked at the same fucking nightclub.
Yes. There was definitely, at least I think I was up to the 4th episode, and I'm like, there's 100% like a slashy face killer in Los Angeles. And it was because it was during
slashy face killer.
The slashy face killer. World War II,
that's the thing about it. I was thinking is like, there's so much shit during World War II that nobody paid attention to because the news was filled with World War II.
World War II, constantly. And most of the boys were being shipped out and coming back. And that whole thing around, there was a thing called the Hollywood Canteen, which was where the Formosa, down on Formosa, I think, or somewhere in Hollywood proper, where active duty soldiers would go and they would get to dance with actresses, like Betty Davis used to run it.
Oh
And
my
so
God.
you could go there and like, I think that alcohol wasn't allowed and you couldn't like have any romantic, like romance wasn't going to be.
But like you'd pay for a slow dance or any kind of dance.
Well, I don't think you had to pay because you were, that was the whole idea is like, if you're active duty, but you're on leave, you can come to the Hollywood Canteen and like basically party with celebrities and it's all on us. And
And
we
all
want
the
you to have a good
ladies
time.
thought they were like doing a service for the servicemen.
That's right.
And it was
And she and, the
Elizabeth
Black Dahlia
Smart.
went there. Elizabeth Smart. Nope. Elizabeth
short.
Short.
God. Now I don't know. It's that mix of like, wait, one of those is
smart
wrong.
is modern, short is old.
Right.
She went there and so did a couple of these victims. One of them is called the bathtub. It was called the bathtub murder. And it was this woman who had a lot of money, this young woman. She went to the canteen a lot and she was found in a bathtub full of bloody water. And her face, I believe her face was cut. It's amazing. You just have to
Because
listen to it.
Elizabeth Short was drained of blood.
Yes.
And they thought it was done they surmised it was done in a bathtub, right?
I think so. Or they definitely know it was not. They had her somewhere for a long time.
Right.
That's the horrible part of that murder is that she was tortured for a long time. And the person that killed her and may have killed these other women is the worst serial killer ever. And they never caught it. And if they're not related, it's such an insane coincidence that these murders were happening all around the same time.
I hate how normal her autopsy photos are getting, where like you click on cold case file or cold cases and you click on images and it's just a close up of her face. Have you seen that?
Yeah. With the horrible cutting.
Yeah. And it's just like, you don't even put in like Black Dahlia murder, like, and you see these like crime scene photos.
It's rough.
And I fucking hate, I love crime scene photos. I bought a fucking book called like Crime Scene Photos, basically, when we were in Portland.
To prove how much you love crime scene
I just wanted to prove it. No, but actually, I kind of fucked myself over because it was vintage crime scene photos. So I was like, great. It'll be like mobsters and like that kind of thing.
Good outfits.
Yeah, it's not. It's horrifying.
Oh.
It's very graphic.
Oh no.
It's not late night reading.
And it's vintage in terms of like, it was back when people would die of horrible things, right? Like rabies or something.
Well, there are rabies ones actually.
The rabies ones are the worst thing of all time.
There's just it's more like horrors, but there's a lot of deaths. There's like a whole page of suicide hangings.
We call them sex workers.
What?
Horrors.
Horror sex worker.
That was very poorly timed for what the next sentence was, and I still said it, and I shouldn't have. Apologies
I'm
to
still
everybody.
laughing. And so is everyone else. You guys were all creeps.
Steven's
together.
laughing with both hands over his face, and a third hand came up.
Yeah.
We don't know where it's from.
Mimi is like, cracking up.
Mimi loves it.
Suicides, hanging suicides, and there's a description. Actually, I found out it's a Los Angeles police detectives book of his cases.
Wow.
That they turned into like a coffee table book.
Wow.
For people who don't get dates.
Hey, watch it. We do fine. Us
I do
people
all right.
that love those.
Vince doesn't want to see it. Here's a guy with elephantitis of the nuts, and Vince wanted to look at that. It's pretty fucking fabulous.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a good book. I mean, that's the kind of thing. The reason I don't look at those pictures anymore is because in the 90s, when I was, a riot girl or whatever the hell I thought I was doing, there were lots of times where we would look through books like that. And it was almost like a contest of like, everyone would like, look at this crazy thing. And be like, well, I don't even care because Kurt Cobain. And I've seen things that I still see it in my mind. Like the child who died of rabies, I can see it in my mind when I say that. It's horrible.
I can too, but for some reason it makes me want to like consume of it as much of it as I can so that.
So
I just don't want to look away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know.
Hey, that just reminded me, there is a movie. Have you ever seen it's like kind of a documentary. It's called Wisconsin Death Trip. Mm-mm. Okay. It is the best. I don't know. Steven, have you seen it? No.
No, I haven't.
He just did the most hilarious nod. No.
Don't get me wrong.
They took a book, I think it was just of like the police blotter from cities around Wisconsin in the 1800s. mid 1800s, I believe. And so they just read the stories of what the police, what they were doing and what the crimes were. And it's insane because it's just like today, except for it was in the mid 1800s. So it's like a boy walked into a farmyard and shot the two people standing there and walked away. And when the police arrested him, he said he was bored. And then there's mothers who go and drown their children in the river and all these things that we think are happening now. And they're just, this time we live in and it's so awful or whatever. And it's like, you gotta watch Wisconsin Death Trip. It's just,
what's the video of?
The visuals are this really awesome sepia toned, like B-roll that they took all around. Cause so much of Wisconsin is really nature and farms. And there's, so they basically are just, if the crime is about a person walking into a farmyard, they walk down a road and they get like a little kid in overalls holding a gun but they don't, it's not like it's not total reenactments. It's just more of like the feel. Yeah.
Right. Ooh,
and this kind of creepy, like a distant white farmhouse, that where it's like, it is creepy.
I want to see that.
You don't want to see it?
I do.
Oh.
No, I want to see that.
I thought you were like, nope, the farmhouse.
I don't want to see that.
Shut me down.
I can't deal with kids in overalls. It really triggers me.
It triggers you about me in grammar school?
About me when I was a waitress and I had to wear fucking overalls.
Where?
This little cafe in Santa Monica when I was like 19 and they required you to wear overalls.
What? Full overalls or like an overall skirt dress?
I think you could do whatever you wanted, but all I had was like Dickies overalls.
Was it a gas station restaurant? Like one of those like...
It was country. It was like a country themed restaurant. Ugh. Yeah. Can we do gift corner?
The podcast?
Oh. Yeah, let's do that.
No.
Okay,
we got sent a couple really good presents.
Yeah, really quickly. We were opening presents before this, sent to the P.O. Box. Thank you guys so much.
Every day's Christmas. My favorite murder.
Yay! This is how we love you. This is how to get us to love you. Okay, so we got these incredible pins. They're like the enamel pins that everyone loves. One is like a closed switchblade.
Cool.
It's so cool. One is a fucking Ouija board, a little enamel Ouija board with a movable, what do they call these? The movie part? Cursor.
Old-fashioned cursor?
It's a cursor. One, and then there's one that says sweet honesty. One says fuck politeness, which I'm putting on a leather jacket. One that says slightly spooky, which I guess we said at some point in our lives.
Or maybe it's from another true crime podcast she likes.
Right.
Or he.
Okay. Okay. It says, Dear Georgia, Karen, and Stephen, thank you for making the best podcast in the world. We have no murders to share, but wanted to gift you guys with some killer pins. 50% of the proceeds for the sweet honesty pin goes to end the backlog. The rest of us are just selfish. And then it's one of those emojis where it's a smiley face shrugging, which I love.
Yeah.
So don't know how to do, but I love.
That's a good one.
Thank you all so much by Crystal, Kim, and Anna. And the company is called, Memento Mori.
Yeah.
So go and figure those things out on Etsy because they're really cool pins.
They're such nice pins.
Yeah.
Very cool. And we got a whole box full of them. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Nice designs.
Good job.
High five.
All right. Let's do the official nose blowing.
Great.
And then that means we start.
If I were a crafty person,
I
would send you in the mail 5 little black tablecloth handkerchiefs.
Okay. Isn't that gross though to save your snot?
It's super disgusting, but it's a funny joke referencing when you blew your nose on the tablecloth. No good.
No, I get it now. I get it now. I didn't understand.
Saving your snot is beyond disgusting and makes no sense.
But I did blow my nose on a tablecloth in Portland.
That did happen.
Yeah. So that would be.
It was pretty
fitting.
goddamn great. I felt like everyone felt very freed by that action.
As I was bending down to do it, I was like, you should be humiliated while you're doing this. And I didn't.
No.
It's just gone now.
It's almost like we're just breaking down the rules of society.
Yeah. Fuck you, Mom.
Come to our live show. You won't believe what we do.
Tricks and things and
blowing.
Laws blown to shreds.
And minds blown.
Minds and laws blown.
You or me?
I don't know. Me?
Steven. I should know this.
I miss.
Oh my gosh.
What did
Georgia?
Yes.
Because you did the Gorilla Killer.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Don't remember what I did last week. Oh, I do. No, I don't. Okay. All right. Ready for a serial?
I do. You did the Moore's murders.
Right.
Crazy. And then someone sent me a text saying, did you know that the Smith song, Suffer the Little Children, is about the Moore's murders?
That's right.
Which you kind of have, they say their names in the song.
Do they?
Yeah. Hindley. He calls her Hindley in the song.
Okay. Ooh, that's so cool. Let's all listen to it. That's our new theme song. Are they going to sue us for that?
Yeah.
All right.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
You know your favorite summer clothes by what actually makes it into your suitcase.
Find the outfits you'll wear all season long at Quince.
Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces you'll reach for all summer long. They're lightweight, effortless to style, and they start at just $32.
Their denim is soft and comfortable, and their organic cotton sweaters are perfect for layering when evenings get cold.
Quince's beautiful 14-karat gold jewelry adds a subtle finishing touch.
So I just went to Italy, and you bet I brought my 100% European linen scoop neck midi dress along with me in the color of floral waterfall, and I wore that thing all over Italy. It was like the perfect day to night. It just looked so pretty, and I felt like I looked sophisticated while still being comfortable.
Make your summer wardrobe feel easier.
Head to quince.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Go to QUINCE.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Ready for a serial killer?
I am.
Real horrible guy.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Joseph Edward Duncan III. The third. The way I looked at you when I said that. Was born on February 25th, 1963 in Tacoma, Washington. And I said that he looks like the actor Ben Mendelsohn, who is the older brother from Bloodline. Remember that guy's got kind of a lisp, and he's like he's like an actor, and he's kind of, well, hot.
Bloodline, was he the bad one?
Yeah.
He's the one everyone's worried about?
Yes.
That guy's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks like him. So like creepy skinny, just to have an idea.
Okay.
Like gangly.
I like this, describing what they look like.
Yeah. Cause you think of a big fat person, and that's not who this person is. He's not like a big old, great big fat person. He's not that. He's like,
he's size 14 roomy.
Anyways, he kills children. No. So in 1976, he's 15 years old, and he commits his first recorded sex crime. At 15, he rapes a 9-year-old boy at gunpoint.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I said I was going to raves at 15, and he was raping children at gunpoint.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
I don't know, and I can't find a lot of information on it.
Okay.
So clearly something horrible.
Yeah.
Hit his fucking head.
I mean, and then he went to a boys. I mean, it's like they go to juvie, then they get raped. It's so terrible.
And their mom Oh, I don't want to get as gross as I feel like it.
I mean, we really could say the worst things in the world and be right.
Okay. The following, I want to say it, but it's so horrifying that like
Say it and then Stephen will bleep it.
okay. I read somewhere, and maybe it was Ted Bundy's mom or some killer's mom, that like when she would take him to go to the bathroom, she would pinch his penis as a kid.
Mm-hmm. I think that's Ed Gein.
Is that Ed Gein?
So he wouldn't go?
I don't know. If he didn't do it, she would get mad at him and pinch. And it's like, how do you not have a sexual fucking sadist on your hands?
Yes.
On your gross hands.
On your filthy, disgusting hand.
Yeah.
No, that's horrifying.
On your penis pinching hands.
I'm pretty sure that's Ed Gein's mother. She was out of her fucking mind.
That's right. Didn't he killed her, right?
No, she died of natural causes. He kept her in the house and played with her body and then like wore her face in the moonlight. Pretty sure. Sorry, Stephen.
Well, that's romantic. Well, shit.
Nipple belt.
Yeah. So unbleep now.
Okay.
Yeah. Nipple belt. Is that him?
Yeah. That's our guy.
Should we give a shout out to the girl who,
Yes.
fuck man, we're going to need to post this, but like we got this like gift once and it was a box and there were these like, this like crocheted belt in it. And we were like, okay, all right, weird yarn crochet belt.
Was that in Oakland? I think it was the Oakland show.
No, it was sent here.
Sent. Okay.
Yeah. Because then you guys left and I went to take a photo of it. And as I'm looking through the lens, I realized that it's a crocheted nipple belt. And it's like every different color nipples, like different races of nipples. And I just lost my mind in like joy of like how creative, like that's the description of Murderinos is like our listeners is someone crocheted a fucking multicultural nipple belt.
A nipple belt. Giving Ed Gein that shout out. Also, the fact that you had to have that realization alone, it's actually almost perfect. Because it's that like growing horror.
It was horror.
We pulled that thing out and we're like, is it a cat toy?
What
like
is
we were
this?
just like whipping it
Yeah.
around. We had no idea.
And then it just made me so happy when I realized how awful it was in the cutest way.
Yeah, because you couldn't tell. You had to. It was like a magic eye poster. You really had to stare at it for a while to understand the hideous dolphins.
I gotta post it. Okay. Anyway, the following year, Joseph Duncan is arrested for driving a stolen car, and that's when he's sentenced as a juvenile and sent to Dislin's Boys Ranch in Tacoma, which you know is probably a hellhole.
Nightmare.
He tells his therapist when he's there that he had bound and sexually assaulted 6 boys. And he also tells the therapist that he had raped around 13 younger boys by the time he was 16.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So he's a serial rapist.
Yeah. Can you imagine losing count? He said around 13 boys. What does that therapist fucking go home that night and drink?
They're just
Cyanide?
like, now I become a sea captain.
Yeah,
I'm done with this bullshit.
I'm going to be a librarian now.
To the lighthouse, he said.
Goodbye. I'm going to get a cat. You know,
maybe just a ton of cats, like 30 cats.
Yeah.
Just pet them.
just surround myself with cats.
Yep.
In 1980, still in Tacoma, he steals guns from a neighbor and abducts a 14-year-old boy. Again, rapes him at gunpoint. And for that, he's sentenced to 20 years in prison, but he's released on parole in 94 after serving 14 years. Then he's arrested in 96 for marijuana use, but he's released on parole a few weeks later, but with new restrictions. And then in 97, he's around 34. He's arrested in Kansas and returned to prison after violating the terms of his parole, but he's released from prison 3 years later in July 2000 with time off for good behavior.
Good behavior for the serial rapists of
be
children.
good in prison. Clean your fucking tray at the canteen, at mess hall, and you can leave. So in the summer of 2014, he's accused of molesting a 6-year-old boy at a park in Detroit Lake, Minnesota. But he's not captured until March of 2005, and he's held on $15,000 bond. So there's a dude who's a businessman from Fargo who somehow Duncan had become acquainted with, who helped him post bail. $15,000.
I wonder what brand of pedophile he was.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Businessman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, very allegedly.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't, he must fucking hate himself now.
True. What if he was just trying to be like a good Samaritan?
Yeah.
Like,
Here's a guy down on his luck.
Oh,
He said he didn't molest a 6-year-old boy at a park. So maybe he didn't. And I'm going to spend half of some people's salary or getting out. Anyways, Duncan skips town.
Okay.
2 months later in 2005, Kootenai County, Idaho, authorities discover the bodies of Brenda Groen, 40, her boyfriend, and her 13-year-old son. They're in their family home near Coeur d'Alene, and they'd been bound and died of blunt force trauma to the head.
Wow.
Brenda's 2 other children, Shasta, who's 8, and Dylan, who's 9.
Oh my God, I hate this one so much.
I know.
It's so horrible. Okay.
I know. I almost didn't do it because it's so bad.
No,
I
you
left
have to do it,
some
though.
of the shit out, but I didn't know that this guy had so much background to him.
I didn't, but it makes perfect sense. Of course he does, but oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those stories that you can't fucking believe is real.
Yes. I can still see the TV when I was watching the news and them showing the CCTV or
Don't say
whatever
it.
foot. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
I totally know what you're going to say, but you're going to give away
No,
the ending.
Tell your story. I'm
And then
so
we'll
sorry.
talk about it. But I saw it too, and
It just burned in my mind.
yeah. Okay. So Shasta is 8, Dylan is 9. They're missing from the house, and the 3 older people are dead. And so they issue an Amber Alert and they comb the area and they can't find the kids until 6 weeks later in July 2005, Shasta is recognized from her Amber Alert by a waitress, a manager, and 2 customers at a Denny's, but then they're back in Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah.
Coeur d'Alene, is that how you say it? Coeur d'Alene. The workers freak the fuck out, immediately phone the police, and they position themselves to prevent Duncan from leaving. Police officers arrive at the restaurant. They arrest Duncan without incident, and Shasta's taken to the hospital to be reunited with her dad. And so the footage we're talking about is them walking into the fucking Denny's, and she's got her arms crossed. She's like this little blonde girl. He's this creep who looks like Ben Mendelsohn. And she's got her arms crossed, and it's clear something is wrong.
Yes.
And you wonder, if you had seen that, would you have thought something was going on too?
They must have, because that many people, I remember reading about the waitress coming to the table and being like, I don't like the feel here.
Are you okay?
Yeah. What's going on? And I think she waited. Did he go to the bathroom?
Maybe.
There was some moment she had with Shasta, I believe, before where she was like, this isn't good. And she called the police.
Well, what's so weird about it is I have to wonder, they went back to the town they were from. So everyone in that town must have known intimately well, maybe they didn't know who he was yet, but what she looked like.
Yes.
So there was another sighting of them, in another state that they later realized happened. And the woman who worked at the store, it was like a gas station, was like, I thought it might be her, but I wasn't sure. So I didn't do anything about it. And it's like, well, someone in your town would have done something. And it also tells you, like, if you have a bad feeling about something, don't worry about hurting the dad's fucking feelings. If this child looks in distress,
At least talk to one other person about it.
Yeah.
If you don't send up every red flag you ever feel with
Right.
bad feelings, but there's definitely, if you're in tune enough, when you know something's wrong, you know it's wrong, and trust yourself.
I've always thought that, like, if I see a kid who looks uncomfortable or in distress or not feeling like they're where they're supposed to be, it's okay for me to go up to a kid and be like, hey, what's your name? Like, engage with the kid. I'm not a fucking dude, so it's not creepy, but like, don't do that if you're a guy. Tell a woman to do that. But, to be like, what's your name? And if you fucking sense something is wrong, like, you can just tell by body language with a kid.
Yeah.
Something isn't right.
I mean, there should be, I wish there was some kind of like set process or keyword,
Yeah.
whatever.
Listen, write down everyone's license plate. Every creepy dude's license plate at all times.
Just take the time. You don't need to work. Quit your job. Get a spiral notebook
Sit in front of a gas station.
and just write down license plates for a while.
Yeah. Done.
But I adore that Denny's waitress.
Oh my God.
Because that, first of all, if they work, she's probably working the night shift. She's seen some Looney Tunes
Totally.
people. She doesn't call the cops every time she sees a scraggly
No.
Mendelsohn type.
No.
We shouldn't involve that actor at all.
Poor guy. He's like, wait, what the fuck?
Fuck you guys.
No, we just got him fucking cast on the Lifetime movie of this motherfucking case. You're welcome, Ben Mendelsohn.
We're creating work.
You're welcome. Ba, 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 ba. Hospital. All right, here's where it gets awful. So Shasta tells investigators that the night of her abduction, her mother had called her into the living room from the bedroom where she had been sleeping, and she saw Duncan. Like Duncan was like, call your kids in here right now. She sees Duncan wearing black gloves and holding a gun. He ties her mother's hands with nylon zip ties, as well as the mother's fiance and her brother Slade. Then he takes Shasta and her little brother Dylan out of the house. They get inside his stolen rental car, and then Duncan goes back into the house. She hears her mother's fiance scream, and then sees her injured older brother staggering away from the entrance to the home. But she didn't witness Duncan bludgeoning the three of them to death.
He bludgeoned them to death?
Tied them up and bludgeoned them.
Fuck.
When Shasta is asked where her brother Dylan is, she said, in heaven. There may be some evidence down in the Lolo forest, because that's where we were.
What does that mean?
On July 4th, 2005, Dylan's remains were discovered at a campsite near St. Regis, Montana. He'd been sexually assaulted and then killed with a shot in the head, after which his body had been burned, and Shasta fucking witnessed the whole thing.
Oh, God.
I know. Duncan had also filmed Dylan's final hours, and Duncan can be audibly heard in the video, which was shown to the fucking jury. Can you fucking imagine how much therapy you'd need after that?
Oh, my God.
Saying, the devil likes to watch children suffer and cry. Shasta's also repeatedly tortured and sexually assaulted, but supposedly he falls in love with her and decides to return her home, which is why they were back in her town. Ugh, what a monster. Yeah. Duncan later confesses that he had entered the home while the family slept with the express intention of murdering the parents and kidnapping the children. He claims he, quote, wanted, quote, revenge against society for sending him to prison for 20 years for sexually assaulting a younger boy who was 14 years old when he himself was only 16-year-old. So he wants revenge against society for being sent to prison for sexually assaulting.
For being a rapist.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not clear thinking.
No.
It's not logical thinking.
Listen, you're not taking responsibility for your actions. You're not fucking...
You're not cool.
You're... Dougson...
You're the devil.
You're the devil. The devil's like, dude, calm down.
Fuck. Can you skip to the part where he gets murdered in jail? Please tell me.
The devil's like, hey, man, I hurt fucking corrupt attorneys, not... Yeah. Sorry, corrupt attorneys.
Sorry, corrupt attorneys.
So he's subsequently charged with murdering Dylan as well as the three other family members. During his incarceration, authorities are able to link Duncan to the disappearance of Anthony Michael Martinez, who was 10 years old when he went missing on April 4th, 1997, while he was playing with friends in the front yard of his home in Beaumont, California.
Fuck.
A man approached the group, asked for help finding a missing kitten while holding out a photo of a cat, as well as a dollar bill. And two of the children ran away in fear, and the kidnapper pulls a knife out, grabs Anthony, and flees in a white car with red pinstripes and no hubcaps. After a 2-week search, Martinez's body is found nude and partially decomposed in Indio on April 19th, 1997. He had been sexually assaulted and bound with duct tape. A composite sketch is made of the suspect and a partial fingerprint, but the case goes cold. And then when he is incarcerated, Riverside authorities are able to match the partial fingerprint taken to Duncan. And so they officially announce his connection. He pleads guilty in 2011. The plea agreement carries a mandatory life sentence, although he won't get the death penalty for it in California because he pleads guilty. Duncan also confessed to 2 additional murders. Samija White, 11, and her sister Carmen Cubias, 9, were last seen leaving a Seattle, Washington hotel to get cigarettes at a nearby restaurant for an older brother.
Oh, no.
I know, babies. Police said that they don't know whether the girls ran away or were victims of foul play at the time. Right. Of course, a fucking 9-year-old is running away. And an 11-year-old. Then on July 6, 1996, that happened on July 6, 96. Then their remains were found on February 10th, 1998 in Bothell, Washington, by a transient living in an abandoned barn. All 3 murders occurred while Duncan was on parole.
Ugh.
Of those murders, Duncan has only been charged in the California case. In all, he's been convicted in Ohio for kidnapping and murder of the 3 victims, for which he was giving 6 life sentences. In federal court for kidnapping Shasta and Dylan, and for murdering Dylan, he was given 3 death sentences and 3 life sentences. And in the state of California for kidnapping, murdering Anthony Martinez, for which he was given 2 life sentences.
Is he still in jail?
He's still in jail. He will be forever. Let me double check really quickly if he's still alive. Hold on.
Yeah, because
he's still alive. I think.
How? Unless they are keeping him in solitary confinement.
Has he not been killed?
How has he not been killed by inmates? That's like, he is exactly the example of a jailhouse justice type of situation.
Look, want to see his picture?
No. Oh, God. Stephen, you better watch that mustache. Because we are looking at a serious...
I'm doubting the mustache.
Yeah.
Although Murdering has got me a mustache switchblade comb.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I can keep it in check.
Okay, good. Yes, please
Good.
do.
Yeah,
that guy is the worst face.
Not only is he still alive, he's blogging from prison.
Now I'm the one, usually you're the one that's like this. Now I'm the one that's like, somebody needs to fucking kill that guy. He should not be on the planet anymore. He cannot be around human beings. He kills children. He hurts children on purpose. He videotapes hurting children. Get the fuck off the planet.
Yep.
You're no good anymore.
No, you're fucking rotten.
Fuck.
Well, so he has a blog called The Fifth Nail, and it's something about how like Jesus was crucified with 4 nails and this is the 5th nail, some bullshit.
Oh, I know all about that 5th nail.
Do you? And so he can't blog from prison, but he blogs about his day-to-day life as a sex offender. But and he denies being a pedophile. But so he sends his blog post and writing to people on the outside who post it. And like, there's some people out there doing his fucking bidding.
Probably pedophiles, right?
Probably other pedophiles.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Well, either way, you're no good, downright fucking piece of shit.
It's so funny. That case, that little girl and the thing she went through, people, I feel like anybody that was like conscious around that time, paid attention to anything around that time. It also because it was early enough so that there wasn't like nowadays there's so much awful shit going on, as we know, everywhere all the time. They're closing down nature. They're closing down schools. They're closing down protecting people who need protection. They're closing it all down. Yeah. It's insanity. It happens every day. But there was a time, and I used to think about it a lot in the 90s where we were just like fat cats. There was nothing going on. It was before we got into that first war.
Clinton. It was Clinton. No, he was a piece of shit
the Clinton
too.
days.
Yeah.
It may have been later than that, but still, it was like there wasn't. So when something like that came on the news, it was heart stopping.
Yeah.
It was like, you've got to be kidding me. How did this happen?
Yeah. No, I mean, and even in the just like last couple of years, we hear about every single one of them, especially when you're into fucking true crime.
Yeah.
I'm just constantly reading about these things and we're just constantly looking at, but back then it was harder to find those things and the detail that you can get now and the photos. And so it was just this glimpse that you would get.
Yeah. Horrible.
Yeah.
God, that's, yeah.
Sorry. So that's,
no, I mean, that's like, that was a big one. And it's interesting to know that that was a person that started doing that. That was an internally and intensely damaged individual that like started pretty bad and it got way, way, way worse.
Right. Somewhere along the way, there could have been intervention or just something different could have happened.
I think it's when eventually, hopefully, people start taking rape as a crime more seriously, as something that this isn't something to have your hands slapped and walked away from, and that a lot of people that do it over and over again and intend to do it over and over again. That's a serious problem with a person.
And it's not, I feel like there's a lot of people who just think rape is someone who wants to have sex really bad.
Exactly.
A rapist is someone who's just looking for sex. When if you think about it in a way which it actually is, which is this fucking violent, insane mind who needs to overpower and hurt and fucking ruin someone, that is a criminal who should not be allowed on the streets after 3 years of good behavior in prison.
And how often do they escalate? I mean, how many stories do we tell that start off with a person doing it? He raped a girl in his town and then da-da-da, and then he moved to this town and then suddenly he's murdering the people he's raping. I mean, it's the story every time.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to catch up slowly as long as we don't well, I mean, I feel like the more people who talk about it, the more people who have conversations, but also the more like the Brock Turner.
I was just thinking, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah. That, the swimmer from Stanford who got released because, nobody wanted to mess up his swimming career. And he raped a girl so violently, who I think he drugged. I don't know if that ever came out like to be the truth, but that's the theory.
She was incapacitated.
She was incapacitated. When she told the story, it's like she's at a party and all of a sudden she's waking up behind a dumpster. Yeah. And the two men who witnessed it were so upset. The two men, grown men, were crying and so upset of what they witnessed. That's not something that you go, okay, well, don't do this anymore. Yeah. Who would do that in the first? It's like we have to start treating it and talking about it as the extremely violent criminal act that it is. And also stop fucking using the phrase sexual assault.
I was thinking the same
using
thing.
Euphemisms. If it's rape, it's rape.
Some people say sexual assault. It's not sex. Don't use the word sex when it's just rape. Non-consensual sex. Yeah. Non-consensual sex is sex.
Is rape.
Is rape.
That's right.
Sex is between two consenting adults. So don't fucking call it that. Also,
date rape is rape.
Date rape is rape. That doesn't mean it's just nice and chill rape.
Nope.
It's rape.
Also, it wasn't a pre-agreement that agreement got broken, which is what date rape alludes to.
Right.
That's bullshit.
You went on a date. What did you?
Yeah.
Someone got upset. No, this person is a rapist.
Yeah.
You don't rape people unless you're a rapist.
Don't rape people. Oh, man. I mean, I think we're coming down pretty hard on an anti-rape stance.
I think it's clear that we're anti-rape.
We're saying it to our listeners as if we have to convince them of anything.
You guys, stop it.
Stop it.
We're like, yes to fucking crocheted nipple belts, no to rape. Do you know where we stand?
We're going to tell you how it works.
There's no gray area.
Oh, man.
You ready for yours?
Yeah. This is going to be a bit of a left turn. Okay. I'm not going to say it's fun. People died.
It's an upturn. It's an uptick from.
It's not the most upsetting for me. That really, and I swear I'm not criticizing you. It really, that's the one that gets me where I almost try not to think about it because it's just awful.
I almost didn't do it, but I'm like.
But there are people, I mean, these are the stories people, when you talk about them, it's important.
Yeah.
Cause she's a survivor and she survived.
And she has a story to tell, which I think she's now coming out and telling it.
I bet she is.
Yeah.
I bet.
What a horror.
I bet she's doing amazing work. And that's,
there's just to think of the nightmare she went through.
Yeah.
As a survivor, she has to be a very strong person to be able to move forward, not on, but move forward in her life.
Yep. I also think you do certain things in your life and there are no amount of Jesus's nails that can help you after a while. Just not that anybody that needs to hear that message is listening, but it's just a personal theory I have. You can pick up that Bible all you want. I mean, like, that's the whole idea of Christianity is like, now you're forgiven, but you can't just fucking kill children. What are we doing?
God doesn't want you anymore. Right? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm okay with that.
Where can we start talking about, will anything ever settle down enough we can talk about actual rehabilitation? What works? How do you fix people that do terrible things?
Well, what you have to admit right now is that we don't know.
Yeah.
And so why are we saying, oh, he's rehabilitated, we can let him out? We don't know the brain and we don't know psychology is a pretty new fucking thing. why are we saying that we know well enough to let someone out on good behavior that they're rehabilitated?
Yeah.
Stop fucking pretending that you went to fucking college for 8 years and became, you read all the textbooks so you know when someone is fucking rehabilitated. Why are we letting that happen?
Are you saying they pretended they went to college and they really
No,
didn't?
they did. I'm saying that people who, or went to, what's that college that you can go to online?
Oh, Phoenix University?
Yeah. You go to Phoenix University, you get a fucking degree in criminal justice.
How about that we put child rapists on the Great Pan-Pacific Garbage Patch?
Ooh.
That's about 5 miles wide, and it's made of garbage. It's floating in the sea.
They're garbage people.
You go out there and you take that act out into the garbage patch.
Goodbye.
That's
yeah.
All right.
If
These
you
are
can swim back to shore, then you get off on whatever.
garbage behavior.
Yeah. Garbage behavior gets garbage patches.
That's right. This is not helping.
Anyways, Stephen, cut that entire.
Stephen,
cut my story.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. Every piece of furniture you own has a story.
Sometimes it's an heirloom, and sometimes it came with the house because it was too heavy to move.
If you're ready to start a new chapter with your home decor, there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time.
We've talked about Article for a long time. There are pieces in that catalog that are so affordable that are room changers. And if you go through there and there's like a little something you don't even realize you need it until you see how they have stuff set up or what style combinations that they're doing, where they do the boho chic, there's mid-century, it's a little bit modern, it's something new. Like, there's so many choices in there, and it's not going to break the bank.
As someone who's interested in tons of different styles and time periods, Article covers them all in one place. I love that.
I know I've mentioned already how much I love my entryway table, but I swear to God, because the path that it's on, I pass it 4 times a day, and I love it more every time.
Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. Goodbye. Summer's for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye.
All right. I'm going to talk to you about a man named Rabbi Fred Neulander. Do you know him?
No.
Okay. So I got most of this from an old City Confidential, which if you haven't seen City Confidential, the oldest ones were narrated by a great actor named Paul Winfield. And Paul Winfield narrated the show like he had a margarita in one hand. He is so chilled out. It feels like when he tells you the story, and the writing is so hilariously brilliant, They tell you the story. So it's called City Confidential. So they tell you all about the city first. So they're like,
it was a bedroom community.
Exactly. Cherry Hill, Pennsylvania was a sleepy burg.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, they do it thematically. So because this was about the rabbi, it was all these biblical references. It was like, but evil did live here. And it's like, and he's kind of talking like that. He's a little slurry.
It's like innuendo-y, but
yeah.
But like such obvious innuendos that it's not.
Yeah.
I love that show.
It's the best show. I used to watch it so much.
I don't know why Forensic Files is on constantly and that show isn't. Because Forensic Files is like adorable because it's so dated, you know?
It's adorable.
But City Confidential is legitimately good.
City Confidential is a beautifully put together, beautifully produced show.
Good stories too.
Great stories. They get great people. Here's what I love. The hometown reporters. Because they're the ones that know the whole story.
Angels, and this is their big fucking moment to be on TV.
And to be like, I know, I wrote about, he called me on the phone.
I'm the one.
I'm the one. It's me, Pam.
Listen, I went to fucking Phoenix University Journalism School and I'm finally fucking getting my comeuppance.
But a lot of these people, like, it's true. It's like this one woman who's a reporter for, it was like the Cherry Hill Gazette or whatever the hell. I should have written it down.
No,
it's on YouTube.
that's
Everybody
better.
go watch it. It's so good. But these are journalists. These are these are people who are like, this is what the town's like. This is what we're used to. It's so cool because they give you the sense of what is going on in the town.
They're always such like, they're such earnest people. Like you trust them.
They know what they're talking about. It's not this bullshit over here where it's like, I think it was in Pennsylvania. They're like, they know for a fact. Everything they say is a fact.
Yeah.
And
you mean over here, like sitting on the couch right now?
I was pointing to myself.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant like the LA Times. I was like, what?
Oh, no.
Because we're in LA.
Not like the West Coast.
Oh, I get it.
No. Okay. So yes, if you want to get the full story, the City Confidential's on there. Also I do recommend getting onto a YouTube, like enter some true crime something, because they just have a million old shows on YouTube that are true crime stories that this one doesn't have the title City Confidential. It just says Fred Neulander on it.
Oh.
Yeah. Then you click it. So I think somebody was avoiding getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So you can still watch them.
Smart.
Anyhow, please do support City Confidential. It doesn't exist anymore. Okay. So Cherry Hill, Pennsylvania is a suburb of Philly. It's upper middle class. And it might sound familiar to you because it had the first indoor mall on the East Coast, the Cherry Hill Mall.
Okay. No.
Okay. So
that's exciting for them. I'm happy for them.
Right? Yeah. People, it used to be like, because, the, Highway 70 used to go from Philly to Cherry Hill. Mm-hmm. And so basically that road was always full of traffic because people worked in the city and lived in the suburbs. Uh-huh. And so they started building, stores along the road because everyone was always on the road.
That's smart.
That's what led to the first indoor mall.
I never thought of that being like if there's a first one.
Yeah.
It's just like, then they were.
Yeah. And then people would just go, like the whole city was kind of built around and the community was in the mall. One of these reporters said, like, if you want to know the community or see what the community is like, you go to the mall.
Wow.
I love a mall.
Dude, malls.
Dude.
Yep.
So there's like 70,000 residents and probably a third of them are Jewish. So there's these reporters talk a lot about how much there really is a lot of, diversity in this town. Mm-hmm. And, so one of the more popular temples in Cherry Hill is called Kor Shalom. Mm-hmm. And, it was founded by Rabbi Fred Neulander in 1974. He was an assistant rabbi at a different temple, but he didn't want to be the assistant anymore. And he felt like his take on what he wanted to talk about and preach about, please correct me on any of these. I'm going to use a lot of Catholic wording for very strictly Jewish things, and I apologize in advance. But he basically wanted his, congregation and his leadership to be a little bit more updated and a little different. So he starts this new temple. And by the mid 90s, he's got 4,000 people going to it. So it's like one of the bigger ones in the city.
Yeah.
He had met his wife, Carol, in college. She was the daughter of a very well-to-do garment businessman, I guess.
Garment manufacturer?
Like garment, textile guy, you know, textiles and clothing merchant, I guess.
Okay.
But she was rich. Like, she grew up in a mansion in Long Island.
Wow.
And with butlers and stuff.
Holy shit.
I love that part when they talked about like a rolling lawn down to the ocean or whatever. Like,
Thought of having butlers just like hanging out I would feel
Guilty?
so uncomfortable.
yeah. Where like someone's silent,
Yeah.
standing there, ready to do your bidding.
Pointing at Steven, I want to point out that
Steven.
yeah, I would hate it to have like a helper.
Just someone that just does whatever you
Yeah.
ask them to. And you
I have
you
to say,
only pay them
Karen,
every 5 months.
Touche. Stand corrected.
I meant that about myself as much as
Oh
you.
no, yeah, you were correct.
Steven's crying.
Steven, get back in your hole.
Steven, put your tuxedo back on. Okay. So while at the same time as Fred is, starting up his own religious community in Cherry Hill, Carol notices that there, with all the festivities that go on and the religious holidays and stuff like that, there's no kosher bakery. So she opens Cherry Hill's first kosher bakery. It was called the Classic Cake Company. And she starts it immediately, right? She sees a niche and that needs to be filled. She does it.
She's not gonna fucking rest on her dad's textile laurels.
Fuck no.
No.
And she's not going to rest on her rabbi husband's good time.
No.
She's going to be like, excuse me, I went to a party and yet again I couldn't get a slice of kosher cake.
Can I please?
God damn it.
Is there any buttercream in this fucking
that hasn't
town?
touched bacon? That's kosher, right? When it doesn't get bacon rubbed on it.
No.
So she starts this cake company and it does great. So by the early 90s, the Neulanders are killing it. Their son Matthew is a medical student, but he's also a part-time EMT.
Oh.
Their daughter Rebecca lived in Philly. I don't know anything about her, but I want to say great things. She lived in Philly.
Yeah.
She got out of Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
She made it to Philly.
She wasn't no schlump.
No way. Yeah. And she still got along with her family because her and her mom talked on the phone all the time. Mm-hmm. So the only worry was this. Carol at the Classic Cake Company the take was between 5 and 20 grand a day.
Holy shit.
So it's a middle-aged mom type who's driving home with a shit ton of cash.
Oh no.
Every night. So Fred starts to be concerned about that. And he tells Carol, I'm going to look into this because I think we need better security for the house and for you. And we need to kind of like address this.
Okay.
So Fred says he knows a guy. So what had happened was in 1992, a man named Len Janoff had come to the temple because someone in his AA group recommended that he go speak to Rabbi Fred Neulander because at the time, Len had just gotten divorced. He was totally broke. He was a raging alcoholic, doing really bad in general. And also people say he was kind of a bit of a liar. So he had some personality issues and some work to do. And when he went to go talk to Rabbi Fred Neulander, they got along great. And Fred said, come to this temple. You don't have to worry about paying anything. We want you here. You're welcome. And he really made a place for him there. And they both smoked at the time. So they would sneak off and smoke together because they think rabbis maybe they're not supposed to smoke or it's frowned upon or something. Well, he would sneak away with his friend and they would go smoke and talk. And it turned out that Len had a lot to say. He had been a Vietnam vet. And then, according to him, he worked for the CIA and the FBI and Special Forces.
Nobody, if you actually have done that, you don't say it. I feel like.
That's exactly what someone said in City Confidential.
Shut up.
Swear to God. I think his own friend, there was another guy that was this classic, because this thing was shot in 1995 probably. Yeah. So there's some amazing colored blazers. Ooh. And there's some frosted tips.
Ooh.
But his friend said the exact same thing. People who worked in the CIA do not tell you stories about when they used to work at the CIA.
Yeah.
But part of Len's reason for drinking so much is because he'd been in the shit and seen the shit.
Okay.
So no one's going to say anything about it. Sure. Okay. So on Tuesday nights, Carol as at the Classic Cake Company it's her manager's meeting night. And so she stays at work until 8. So that night, November 1st, 1994 is a Tuesday, and Fred comes home at 6:00 and he brings a pizza home for him and Matthew to have for dinner because they know Carol's not going to be there. And then, Matthew goes for his shift being an EMT at 6:30.
Oh no. Do I know where this is going?
You might. So then Fred goes back to the temple because Carol's not going to be there. So he goes back to the temple. He pops in on the assistant rabbi's Judaism class, and he pops in on the choir practice, and he's just kind of hanging out at the temple.
I don't know what he's doing.
When Carol comes home at 8:00, no one's home, and she's talking on the phone to her daughter, Rebecca. And while they're on the phone, she says to her daughter, "Oh, the bathroom man's here again." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And then Carol explains that a man had dropped by to deliver something for Fred, the father. And instead of just handing the thing to her, he asked if he could use the bathroom. And so he came in and used the bathroom.
Oh, no.
And Rebecca was very upset about that and was like, "I don't like that at all. Don't let him in." And she said, "No, he's fine. He's this schlubby guy. He was kind of like, he's nothing to worry about," basically, is what she said. And then they get off the phone. And she says, "He's a friend of your father's, so don't worry about it." At 9:20, Fred comes home from the temple and no one's home. And then when he gets inside the doorway more, he looks in the living room, and it's white carpet, white furniture, like almost in a completely white room, and it's covered in blood.
Fuck.
There's blood everywhere, and Carol is laying in the middle of the living room, dead. God. He calls 911, and when he calls 911, he sounds really upset and flustered, and at one point he says to the dispatcher or the 911 operator, "Should I touch her?" He asks that. So, and I thought about that after, because I was like, well, that's kind of a weird point to make. And then I thought, well, that's that thing where if I walked into this apartment to come and record and you were laying in the middle of the floor, right, bloody, I would run over to you and be like, "George, are you okay?" And touch you a bunch without asking anybody about it.
You wouldn't think to yourself, "Oh, I don't want to contaminate this crime scene."
Right. That's just, I'm going to hang back and hopefully she's okay. So that was noted, basically.
Yeah.
And then I thought about that because, as he's on the phone call, he says, you have to tell them my son is an EMT. They can't send him here. And so like the word goes out, but it didn't matter because he was like the third group that arrived. So
he has the address.
Yes. But he wasn't on that call or that run or whatever. So by the time he did arrive, there had already been police and another ambulance or whatever. He tries to run inside. He has to get physically restrained from running inside. And then he looks over and sees his father just standing in the driveway, just kind of staring.
Oh my God.
And he notices that there's no blood on his father at all. There's not a drop of anything on his father. And then he asks, and the rabbi didn't say last rites over her. He didn't say the prayer. Like there are things they were saying that they would assume he would have done as a rabbi with a dead person. Now, who knows? Because it's his wife.
Sure.
So he might have just been in total shock and like wandered out.
Fair.
But when police were exiting the house, coming in and out, he never asked anybody what's going on, what happened to her. He never said a word. He was just standing there very dispassionately staring.
And if you found me and I was stabbed to death, another thing that would go through your mind is the killer still in the house?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to not think that.
How long ago did this happen?
Right.
Who did it? What is happening?
Who did this? Why? Are they still here?
Yeah.
I think that's a natural fucking...
Fuck yes. That'd be the scariest thing.
So he doesn't even think about that.
No.
That's bad. Like that's a bad sign.
Yes. And also I did hear a bit of his 911 call, and it's just, I just hate so much when it sounds like people are fake. I hate fake crying a lot.
What does he sound like?
It's just, it's like a lot of that, but it's like, I just love good acting, and it offends me when people are like, "Oh, this will pass."
Yeah.
This is how people act when they're
And
upset.
everyone else is so stupid and I'm so smart that they'll never know that this is fucking fake.
Yeah, of course they'll
I'm
buy it.
so good.
I'm so good and so believable in these decisions I'm about to make about what a real person who has emotions would sound
right.
like
who wouldn't murder his wife.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. It says go to paper. Okay. So, of course, immediately he becomes the focus of the investigation because he's the husband and because these weird behavior.
Yeah.
They start talking but his alibi is airtight, as we know.
Yeah.
The choir teacher saw him,
hi.
and the assistant rabbi saw him.
He asked everyone what time it was.
It's for real, and to the point where the cops are immediately like, that's a super airtight alibi that we don't buy for 1 second. Well, and they start asking people at the temple. It was the first time in 4 years he'd ever gone into the Judaism class.
Oh my God.
And the choir leader was known to hate interruptions. So no one went into choir practice while it was going on. It was, and Fred himself knew that about him or her.
Man, do some due diligence and then come in like once in the fucking weeks beforehand.
Again,
not telling you how to fucking kill someone, but
it's the thing of, if you don't know instinctually how natural people act, how people act in a natural way, you're not going to be able to recreate it. If you're a sociopath like this guy,
and you think everyone
is.
fucking thinks you're on the level.
Yeah, you think everyone's dumb. Yeah. And also clearly he's got a bit of a God complex. If he's like, I need my own temple, whatever.
Yeah.
So, okay. Then they go to the phone records and they realize that the rabbi, had been calling this one number, and they go and look at it, and it's a local Philadelphia radio talk show host. And yes. And, we'd have to find her name. Sorry.
This is a weird turn I wasn't expecting.
Did you not see this one coming?
Oh, I didn't see
that we were going to go into talk radio?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that in podcasting.
Neither did anybody else, especially the fans of Elaine Sorsini's of Philadelphia radio. She's a radio personality. So basically they do all the math. They see that he called her the day after the murder and said, hang in there. I really want to be with you.
Are they fucking?
What's that?
They fucking?
Oh, they straight up fucking.
Oh.
Yeah. So they find out all these calls are going to her house. This is a woman who, the reason they met is because 2 years earlier, he presided over her husband's funeral. Girl. Yes, that's right. And they had started having an affair, they say roughly 2 months later.
Oh no.
Yes.
Body ain't cold.
He moved right in.
Yep. You don't fuck someone whose husband you said the Kaddish for. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I always say.
That's what you have that tattooed.
Right. Okay. So, I'm sorry. I just got up to my own piece of paper. She admitted that they started having an affair 10 days after her husband's funeral. 10 days.
Oh no.
After her husband's funeral.
No.
Yes. And then 2 years later, she gives him an ultimatum. She says, I don't want to sneak around with you anymore. You say you want to leave your wife. And if you don't do it by the end of 1994, this is over and I'm starting afresh in the new year.
And he's like, how about instead?
Well, so that was in October of 1994 and the murder happens in November.
Oh my God.
He's told her, I'll have this all sorted out by your birthday, which was in December.
And she's like, I mean break up. By sort it out, do you mean you're going to end their relation? No, that's kind of what I mean.
A horrible murder?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not what I was talking about at all. So he was making a lot of calls to her. So the police, all the evidence they have is circumstantial. Mm-hmm. So even though everyone's like, that stuff about his airtight alibi, it's still an airtight alibi. Just like everyone's like, this stinks to high heaven, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
They can't get any hard evidence until the cops tell Elaine that Fred Neulander was also having affairs with 3 other women at the temple besides her. Yeah. And that's when she's like, guess what?
Hey, how about...
Guess what, everybody? And she spills it. Then...
What a shitty thing, though, for her not to... If she hadn't known that, she would have never told anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I bet she needed to believe that he didn't do it. Or that it was all... Like, I'm sure he was telling her, of course the husband suspected. We're always suspected. Hang in there with me.
Well, she wasn't a fucking murderino then, because any murderino would have been like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, that's... He also told her, I told you to trust me. When God closes a door, he opens a window.
You're like, what, did you fart or something? Get the fuck out of here.
It's like, you're the hackiest rabbi I've ever heard. Yeah. You're supposed to be really eloquent and have like good sayings.
Yeah. That's not
Rent a serious man.
That's a good movie.
So in May of 2000, Len Janoff goes to a local... Oh, no, sorry. It was...
Wait, you were telling me what she was like... So she finds out that...
Elaine?
Yeah.
So Elaine finds out that the cops are like, he's having all these other affairs, and she's like, oh, fine, then the blah, 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 and da-da-da.
Okay.
None of this is as I believe it to be. But that wasn't until way later. I believe it was, she finally tells them that in 1996. But that's still circumstantial.
Okay.
That could be like the lady that's mad because the guy didn't pick her.
Right, totally.
Whatever. When it finally cracks is when Len Janoff goes to a local reporter and starts telling her about how he was told that basically Rabbi Fred Neulander, in the meantime, Len Janoff becomes the rabbi's spokesperson. So anytime there's news cameras, anytime there's reporters on the front lawn, the rabbi sends Len Janoff out to talk to them. And this guy is just a bullshitter.
Oh my God.
And apparently he would call people, he would give quotes. He was like way out in front of the story.
Yeah.
And he loved to hand out a private investigation business card, like and security business card. The whole thing made me think of the Sherry Papini guy that's like, oh, I'll handle this. I'll be the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Another fucking big-headed sociopath.
Yes. And so they work on that guy for a long time. He eventually tells a reporter that the rabbi hired him for $30,000 to kill his wife. He spills it.
Oh my God.
And so he tells the story that him and his friend Paul Daniels, who he met in AA, and Paul Daniels was 20 years old when this happened. And every picture of him, he looks dumber than the last picture. Like every picture, his mouth is open and it looks like he can't believe he's where he is. It's super sad. And I know it's wrong to be like, oh, that poor, terrible criminal that murdered this woman.
Right.
But it really looks like he got looped into something that he kind of didn't know what was going on.
He could be talked into anything.
Yes. But I mean, erase that, because still what happened was they knock on the door that night at the house. Carol answers the door, recognizes the bathroom man, and they come in. What happens? She led them into the house. So for whatever they said to her at the door, she was like, come on in, you guys.
Hell
she turns around.
no.
Well, cause she trusts him because it's her husband's friend.
I know.
And she turns around to walk in, and one of them hits her on the back of the head with a pipe. And she goes down. They crack her head open. She goes down in the living room. And the Paul Daniels guy says he did the one hit, and then Len Janoff went in and just beat her to death with this pipe. That's the story that guy gives. In the City Confidential, this one reporter describes it where it's like, it's a white living room and there's just blood everywhere. Like it's so disturbingly awful. Cause it's like, oh, you kill a person. It's just like, yeah, there's blood spatter. There's whatever. It's everywhere.
The word bludgeoned.
Yeah.
It's such a horrible word, but
terrible, violent death.
Yeah.
So finally, the cops get enough evidence so they can indict Fred Neumeier for this, Neulander, for this death. So they have the first trial, and in that trial, all this stuff comes out. So it's just like all this gossip from the temple, all the stuff it's just all, they had no idea that their rabbi was this much of a douchebag. And it all comes out in trial. And, they find out that the daughter, like, the mother had just said to the daughter, it's the bathroom man. Then they find out that Len Janoff had been there the week before on the Tuesday night when she was supposed to be there by herself, but he got cold feet because when he went in, Fred Neulander told him it needed to look like a robbery. They needed to be stealing that cake company money. But when he walked in, he couldn't see her purse. And since he knew he wouldn't be able to make it look like a robbery, he got cold feet, asked to use the bathroom, and then left.
Oh my God. So that's why he's the bathroom man?
That's why he's the bathroom man. He was there. He was supposed to kill her that night and basically punked out.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So they get it all in trial, and the jury's deadlocked, and it's declared a mistrial.
No.
Yes. And this is 5 years, more than 5 years of police work and lawyers' work and everything.
Yeah.
It's declared a mistrial, and when it's declared a mistrial, Fred Neulander smiled, and the prosecuting attorney saw him smile, and the next morning went down and filed for a retrial immediately.
Wow.
It's just like, we are doing this again right now. So when the new trial starts, don't eat that paper. When the new trial starts, this time his children testify for the prosecution.
Wow.
So Rebecca and Matthew now come and tell the story, and the tone is really different. And he's like, basically, it's very sad. The son is just like, my father was watching this whole thing and had no emotions whatsoever. And like, his mother was murdered and his father didn't care.
Oh my God.
So awful. Anyway, at the end of the second trial in 2002, he's declared guilty. And he does this speech at the end that is the lamest. And it's like that thing we've seen before where they just talk about themselves and how hard it is for them. And he actually at one point at the end of this kind of rambling speech that kind of makes no sense, and he's quoting Bible verse, of course. And then he goes, I and I alone know that I am innocent. And then it's just like, well, listen to what you just said.
Yeah.
Like, basically, like, you just said you're super fucking guilty.
Right. Right.
You're not being persecuted.
No.
You're guilty.
Yeah.
But then after that, Carol's brother, Edward, stands up and he goes, in the past 8 years, you have acted in a manner so repulsive, that words cannot begin to describe the person that you've become. You are a murderer, a liar, a coward, a cheat. You've dishonored Carol, yourself, your children, this court, the rabbinate, your congregation, and Judaism. And I just, as I'm watching City Confidential, I'm just like pausing and writing down every word Edward says, because I was like, that's fucking badass.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Like, you're basically like, do whatever you think you're doing here, it's not work. You're humiliating yourself.
Yeah. God doesn't like you anymore.
That's right. You blew it.
You blew it.
So now he's serving a life sentence. Paul Daniels and Len Janoff were both given 23 years for their parts in the crime.
Wow, that's it.
Which is kind of insane that they're the ones that swung the fucking pipe. But it was because it was his plan, Fred's plan.
Yeah. It's like intention.
Exactly.
Your intention wasn't to kill your wife. It was to get money for someone else.
And also, Len Janoff was promised that he was going to get, he's going to be able to go join the Mossad, the Israeli army.
Oh.
It's called the, right? That's the Israeli army. The Mossad, or it might be Israeli Special Forces.
I don't know.
But basically, he believed that he was going to go from there to then go be like a super soldier.
Huh.
Which just shows that that guy was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
He was released from jail in 2014, and Paul Daniels was released in October of 2014.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. Wait, let me see if I missed anything, because I wish I could show you how insane these pieces of paper look of my handwriting. I'm handwriting City Confidential.
I don't know how you can do that.
It's kind of fun to like watch TV and then be like, this is important, and be writing it down. But I didn't. I went out of order. Both trials were televised on Court TV.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And this is, so this guy, Arthur J. Magida, wrote a book called The Rabbi and the Hitman about this case.
Ew.
And this is just one last story from it that I thought was pretty good. So a congregant who was a doctor had been friends with Neulander for 20 years and traditionally went to the rabbi's house for their annual breaking of the fast after Yom Kippur. And when Neulander was charged with this crime before the trials, the physician told Neulander he wasn't going to keep their tradition. And the rabbi wanted to talk it over. And so he went to his friend's house, and sitting in the living room, that doctor told Neulander why he believed that he had had his wife killed, that Neulander never behaved like a grieving widower, that when the physician planned to offer reward for the information about the murder, Neulander asked for the money for himself. Neulander asked his friend to provide a letter explaining that medication he was taking for a heart problem would have caused him to fail his lie detector test.
What?
And he had a motive because with his wife gone, he didn't have to worry about the mess of divorce, and he could go on with his radio talk show host. So Neulander tries to defend himself, saying he loved his wife. And then the doctor says, Fred, no matter what you say, I can't help but like you because you're charming and you're beguiling, but I think you're a psychopath and a murderer. And Neulander stands up to leave, walks a few steps away, then turns back and says, well, nobody's perfect.
Ew.
Fucking creep.
Ew.
Can you imagine
That's your
it?
response.
Still in your house? And that's what he says to, I think you killed your wife, so I don't want to hang out with you anymore.
And you're a psychopath.
You're a psychopath.
Like, if someone called me a psychopath, it would ruin me. I'd be like, am I? No, I'm not.
I
I'm
know.
not.
That'd be very hurtful.
Yeah, most people would. What? Yeah.
Also, a doctor.
A doctor.
A doctor.
Yeah, you can't argue with it. And he didn't get his degree from Phoenix.
No, I bet you that was a real Cherry Hill doctor.
Yeah, he got his associates from Phoenix, but then he went.
He actually got a cosmetology degree because he was interested in stuff like that. And then he was like, no, I like medicine.
Yeah, I don't like cutting hair. I like cutting people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some fucked up shit.
That's the rabbi. And actually, a couple people have suggested this one. But Julian McCullough's friend Craig is the one who told me to do it.
Ooh.
Assuming either he listens to the podcast or he just likes suggesting things to people. But it was because Craig lives in Cherry Hill. It's from Cherry Hill.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that's not what I
It's
meant.
not fun at all.
That's a fucked up, terrible thing. That was a good story though.
Okay, thanks. Good. Because I really did have it written on 9 different pieces of paper. So
I'm
that might have
glad you went
ruined
after me though too. Because
Yes. So we can leave on a slightly, we should talk about a positive, a thing we like,
yeah.
a thing that made us happy. Well, I would say, let's see, mine. I have been on the couch a lot since we've got back from Portland.
I mean, it takes a lot out of you.
It really does. But then also once I get on the couch, I have a real hard time getting back off. Like,
What have
it's
you-
just so much easier to stay there.
It is. What have
Yeah.
you been watching?
Modern Family.
Oh yeah.
I TiVoed Modern Family, and it is just such a well-written show. It's such a good show. The characters are so watchable and likable. I'm so in love with Cam of Mitchell and Cam,
Oh my
the
God.
two gay guys. He's just the best character. It's like, but all of them, like, there are just so many good jokes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, TV writing is very hard, and they have been delivering like A+ grade comedy for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, all I did was enter it, and immediately I had like 15 episodes of Modern Family, and I got it from my sister. I will give her full credit because she's been obsessed with it since the moment it came out. And that's why I have a song where I reference Modern Family.
Really?
Where I say in the song, if one more person tells me to watch Modern Family.
Oh my God.
Blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people are like, oh, you hate that show. It's like, no. I'm just taking that from a real anecdote of me and my
Yeah.
sister. Like, every time I talked to my sister on the phone, she would tell me to watch it.
I watched it in the beginning and then I stopped. It's still good.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's just perfectly written.
Yeah.
That, and I've been having great Lyft driver conversations lately.
Oh, that's nice. Because you always get scared, or I always get scared that it's like, I had a nightmare one the other day, and
A nightmare person?
A nightmare conversationist, which means he was just talking at me and I was getting sick from it.
And you go, doot, doot.
Yeah.
Earbuds.
That's awesome. That's a sweet one.
Yeah. It's been pretty pleasant, but I have to get a car. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm acting like Miss Daisy, but, it's nice sometimes to have like a pleasant conversation where you laugh about how bad drivers in LA are.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's yours?
Well, I guess, I just finished watching it yesterday, but, Big Little Lies.
Oh yeah.
Which I didn't think I would like. I never read the book, even though Audible was always like, you might like this, you might like this. And I'm like, no, I won't. Like a brat.
Sure.
And
that's how I do everything.
Yeah. I don't like that. It's from Oprah's book club. That's the kind of, and then of course it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And the show is so good. And it was all these female characters that their whole lives weren't based on, they had these whole lives around their husbands and families. And they were central characters instead of being the backup singers to their, and it was just like about them. It was about them, and their co-star in life was their partner. And it was just kind of cool. And the acting was so fucking good. And Shailene Woodley, what's her name?
Shailene.
Yes. She's just like,
she's such a great actress.
She's so great in it. And it was really fun. It was fucked up and good. And there's a murder, and it's a murder mystery.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that because I tried to watch the first. I swear to God, I don't think I got 4 minutes in, and the first exchange two women had talking to each other, the tones of voice they were using made me turn my TV off because it was like, "Oh, hi, Arlene, nice to see you," or whatever.
Well,
where I was
like they all come out as like cunts.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like, but there's shit going on underneath the surface.
Oh, I'm going back.
And the whole thing is a murder mystery.
Oh shit!
And
okay.
it's good, and everyone is having these. The Nicole Kidman and Alexander Skarsgård relationship was amazing.
Cool.
Like you just need to watch it to see the two of them.
Nicole Kidman takes a lot of shit, but she's an incredible actress.
They're gonna win all the awards. Her and Reese Witherspoon, I think, are gonna win it all.
I sent my friend a GIF the other day remember when she was clapping at the Oscars?
Yes.
Someone made that, and I can't figure out if someone did this to the GIF or if this is really what it looked like. But it looks like her fingers are this, like she looks like she has alien fingers as she's clapping.
I think that's real.
Is that what her hands really look like?
I don't know. I saw that too, and I think it's real.
I was laughing anyway when I found it because it looks like flippers.
Yeah. It looks like her nails are wet and she's trying not to let them near each other.
But also that she's from Mars.
Yeah.
That aside, that's me giving her shit when I say she takes a lot of shit. But for example, when she started acting in fucking those Australian, I'm the pretty girl at the prep school.
Right.
She has been an incredible. Did you ever see Dead Calm or she's on the boat?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. If you want to see like an amazing murder, like it's not horror, I guess it'd be suspense or something, action. But it's her and Sam Neill, I think, and somebody else. They're on a boat. It's so good. And she is like, it's when she had her kinky curly hair.
Yeah.
And she had her freckles and she was probably 20.
Oh
She's
my God.
so beyond
so
gorgeous.
Cute. Yeah. She's gorgeous. Yeah.
And she still is to this day.
They all play these wealthy women from Monterey, and everyone has these secrets underneath kind of a thing. And there's some, it's good.
I'm going back.
It's fine. I was bummed that I didn't binge watch it because I had to wait a week to watch the new one. So get in there.
Go binge.
Yeah.
Also, Adam Scott's in it, who I adore.
Adam Scott's in it. He plays a really great character. He's fun.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's a good rec.
Yeah. For sure. So that made me happy this week. Anything else we need to
Oh, I think that we said last episode was like 60. I said it was like 67 and it was 62 or something.
Oh.
I was off by a lot. What's the numbers?
So this is 63.
But didn't last week I say it was like
67. I mean,
who cares?
Yeah, we're up there. We're past 50. We're
It's
good.
not like someone was setting their watch by like, oh shit, it's already, I said I was going to do this thing in my life before 67 happened. And now,
Could you imagine?
Fuck.
They're like, you know what? I'm going to stop smoking around episode 67.
Yeah. And if I haven't, then I am going to
start smoking.
we made someone start smoking. Where's Elvis? Well, you guys, thank you for listening. Tell a friend.
Guys, thank you for everything.
You are our light and
our honor system
and heart
and soul.
An honor system, mostly.
And mostly you're our honor system.
Yeah.
If you take a penny, you leave a penny in our hearts.
You've left a penny.
You left a penny in my heart. I'll put a nickel in yours, motherfucker.
You're going to double down. Well, thanks for listening. I don't know. Steven,
no idea.
thank you for listening.
Thank you for everything. Oh, does Mimi want to come and make her debut?
Maybe she does.
I mean,
her triple
appearance.
Yeah. Third time's a charm, Mimi.
Stay sexy, everybody.
And don't get murdered. Mimi.
Bye.
Bye. Mimi, you want a cookie? Mimi.
She's
like, maybe that's not going.
Oh, girl. God, it's cute. She's the Nicole Kidman of cats.
She is. Mimi?
Want cookie?
A cookie? Oh, Elvis. Here he is. Want a cookie?
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.
You know that fantasy where you run into your ex while looking impossibly cute and wildly unbothered? Hill House makes the perfect dress for that moment. Or if you're just running errands. Hill House Home is the brand behind the viral nap dress, known for its signature smocking, ultra-flattering fit, and comfort that makes it a favorite for just about everyone. Celebrities like Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Anne Hathaway, and Mindy Kaling have all been spotted in Hill House. These dresses are the definition of versatile, perfect for running errands in the morning and stylish enough for dinner or a party that night. And it's not all they carry. They started with bedding back in 2016, and now you'll find bathrobes, pajamas, children's clothes, and maternity, all with the cutest prints. And it's so true. The hardest time picking out one nap dress because the prints are so dreamy and beautiful. But now that I have it, I'm going to wear it all day, every day. I'm going to throw on my leather jacket at night and look like a total badass. Cowboy boots or cute heels, whatever it is, this nap dress can make it look classy. You look like that classy lady you see at the airport. Hill House makes fun fashion that makes you feel good. Get 15% off your first order of $100 or more at hillhousehome.com with code MURDER15. That's MURDER15 for 15% off at hillhousehome.com. Goodbye.
If audiobooks are your thing, or if you've been meaning to listen to more of them, you should check out a podcast called Earsay, the Audible and iHeart Audiobook Club, hosted by Cal Penn.
Each episode spotlights standout audiobooks on Audible across all kinds of genres. Sci-fi, comedy, romance, thrillers, and more, with Cal talking to guests who help break down what makes each story worth listening to.
It's a fun, easy way to discover your next great audiobook.
Check out Earsay on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.